This is that other area I was telling you about,
Yes,
but it just seemed
yes.
too complicated to.
Yeah, and it's tight.
Yeah.
And there's really, this would be more of a fountainscape, so that, you know, it's hard to have.
A fountainscape would look good here eventually, but
it would, but yeah, it's because of
and
the
I've been looking at your products for that, oh yeah, so I grow carnivorous plants. There's a lot of them at the house. They look rough during the winter time, but there's fly traps and pitcher plants. And,
so we set up a perfect habitat for you to do some carnivorous plants for the pond.
Love
you
it.
got the perfect spot for it. So. Yeah, those
That's
are awesome.
fun.
Yeah, that is. They're incredible.
Wow. Look at all this. Baby American alligator.
Pictures of something.
This is actually an adult. This is the smallest of all the crocodilians, called a dwarf caiman.
Okay.
And albino alligator.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Hey, bud.
Yeah, they're kind of laying low this time of the year, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a.
Do you pump warmer water through it all for them, or you just let them?
Yeah, so alligators occur up in even North Carolina, and they are pretty tough. They can.
Yeah.
There's photos of them actually frozen with their nostrils in lakes where they just so they can breathe, and they only need a breath every couple of days when they're really cold.
Yeah, yeah.
And so they thaw out and they seem to be
Incredible.
fine. So the alligators I don't have much trouble with, but I do have all these tropical crocodilians that I have to
they're
feed
not
water for.
happy, huh?
And so for a long time, we just pulled well water and used the 72-degree well water to keep them kind of cozy.
Yeah, that'll do it.
But we have deep well water, so it's a lot of sulfur and a lot of crud in the water, trying to kind of naturally.
Yep, look at that guy.
And so we've been trying to
See him
aerate
moving around.
water, but in the process that cools the water, so it's a challenge.
How many you have in here, John?
Well, there's probably about 40 in here, and it's kind of a mixed bag. There's some caiman, mostly American alligators, but also a couple crocodile species.
Yeah, look at them all moving down right now. Do they think it's feeding time, or is it because you're here, they hear your voice, they know they do?
I think it's a combination of the time of night, so they would be headed to the water, but also it seems a little odd to them that there's a tour at this moment in the day.
Throwing them off.
So they
Look at them all lining up.
That'd
be awesome.
So actually this is one of the enclosures where we talked about a pool, because there's so many animals in here in this one lane. This is the water that they have, but a lot of land space. And so we thought up there where that alligator's walking, if we did a pool over there that would be viewed from the other side.
Sure.
It could be right now a place for some of the, maybe a small guy that's getting picked on to go sit by himself, but also later on we could fence around it. It could be its own enclosure.
Gotcha.
Oh, and this is the class area, right? This is kind of what we ended up deciding on.
Well, there's certainly available space here to do. You're now to 100, aren't you?
But it's 50 at your house,
split.
50 here.
Okay, I see.
Split.
Yeah, it's always been 100, but that's why it's 50 here. And this is one big open space here that they can do.
We have a show every hour, so we just have to work in between shows and stuff, but we figure all that out.
Sure.
So this is a piece of one tree that was carved from a felled tree in Timor, East Timor in Indonesia. And my boss and I found it in a storefront in Bali.
Oh my God.
And he said, we have to have that. And I said, do you know where you are? I mean, you don't just pick that in your suitcase, right? It was impossible. And so he bought it, and then it just only made sense to put it in a container and ship it. And so we started filling the container with other cool stuff, because you already got the space.
Yeah, exactly.
And it came 3 months later, and the guy dropped it off in the parking lot. And it made me feel really foolish because I wanted it here, but I couldn't figure out how to get it here without, I don't, heavy equipment crushes the boardwalk, it wouldn't fit under the signs, and I knew that some little guys in Timor had managed to carve this and get it to Valley, and I couldn't figure it out, but we ended up rolling it on PVC pipe, like, like you picture Egyptians moving stuff.
No kidding.
And get it
So
here.
what does that weigh?
It's more than our scale would go up to, so it weighs more than anything on the property at this point. So 3,000 plus pounds.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's lovely though. All the little crocs carved into it.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. Yeah.
Is this where like the one will jump up?
Yeah, jump.
So that's like what Greg will be able to do is get one actually jumping and being cool.
I built the Ark of the Covenant in there since we're doing Egypt, so it's just kind of an idea of
totally cool.
from Raiders. And then I had a lot of fun with Egyptian artifacts, and I snuck in a bunch of movie props in there too. There's stuff from what was that? What was the Egyptian one with the block?
Not a Stargate?
Yeah, Stargate. There's some Stargate
James
stuff
Spader.
in there, all kinds of fun stuff like that.
And all above us have zip lines, so like during the day.
I keep looking up and I see that. Yeah, that's crazy.
You can zip line rolling with the alligator.
Yeah. They're like, I think it's going to sleep eating time right now.
So we grab the water. The water skims over there. We grab it from the deepest part of the pool, which is about 7 feet there. And this is the trough. So it just does a nice job of hiding the whole fence. The water travels through. They're kind of in milk crates essentially. And it comes back around, pours out that waterfall there.
Yeah, I saw that little waterfall. Yeah. That's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, I remember we went to Murchison Falls.
Oh, yes.
And I remember seeing all the Nile crocs at the base of that waterfall.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And a boat turned over there one year.
Oh my god.
A whole tourist boat. Those double deckers?
Yeah.
You see those there? It completely turned over. And they didn't lose a single person. They've managed to get them all out of the water because I think the crocs were like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
So shocked by everything.
That's nuts.
But there were a crap load of crocs there.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's crazy, and that's where all the big Nile perch and all that stuff are down in there, and hippos. Yeah, it's pretty intense.
I got some stuff from the Goonies in there. And
That's cool. That is
And
awesome.
if you stand here, you can see R2D2 and C3PO on the back post because that's how they were in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh yeah.
They were in like that?
Yeah, they were in right when they're lifting the Ark of the Covenant out on the post by Harrison Ford. There's R2D2 and C3PO.
No way.
That's funny. So and from here you get a good look at the Ark of the Covenant.
The lemurs.
And I got snakes in there, of course. The boom does it.
Noise here is just the lemurs sitting there. It's a bachelor group. And so they'll just sit there, but they're making that noise. It sounds like they're fighting.
Okay.
Sounds like angry chimpanzees.
It totally does.
They're not doing it. They're just,